I've come to find that when you spend lots of time on a journey of kind of self-development, self-improvement, what you end up doing is you work through 4 different stages, and it's a really kind of interesting concept to wrap your head around. And it kind of helps you understand why you're so good at certain things and maybe not good at others, and can also help you see where you kind of make a lot of progress and then where you hit a brick wall and kind of where you fall off track as well. And it's this idea that when you start out doing anything, you end up being an unconscious incompetent. So in other words, you're not even aware of how bad you are at doing something. And then you become a conscious incompetent. You become consciously aware of how incompetent you are. And by incompetent, that just means that the skill that you're trying to develop or the thing that you're trying to do, you're kind of just at the beginner's level. You're a bit like a white belt in karate, right? So you're at the start of it. You become consciously aware of how much you've got to learn, or you become consciously aware of, whoa, oh my God, like I am really a beginner at this. And then over time, as you start to master it, you kind of become a conscious competent. In other words, you know how to do the thing, but you also are still kind of consciously having to drive the action. And it's not a fully fledged, fully formed habit yet. And then I guess the final stage is where you become an unconscious competent, where you do the thing so well, but you don't actually you're not fully aware of like what you're doing. It's just on autopilot. It's just a habit. It's totally habitual. It's, it's automatic. And I guess sometimes in our journey, you will be the same in a certain area of your life. Take driving a car, for example. The first time you kind of come to drive a car, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to jump straight behind the wheel and I'll be fine. And I've played it on a PlayStation game. I'll kind of race around the streets. I'll pass my test in no time. And then you get kind of through your first couple of lessons and you're like, whoa, you become that conscious incompetent way. Like, whoa, I don't know what I'm doing. Eventually you persist, you push through, you don't give in. You understand it's going to take a while to actually learn this skill and eventually become a conscious competent. And before you know it, you're an unconscious competent to the point where you can drive your car, have the radio on, have a phone on loudspeaker, and you can, read a sat nav all at the same time because you're so good at doing it.